Okay, so the action on radio is what I give to you anytime you see me sitting like this here on Sammy Flex TV. And because I know sometimes you are so busy during the day, you don't even get time to listen to what we do on radio, I have introduced this particular segment called the highlights of Showbiz Agenda. Here what I do is whatever we did on Xylophone 102.1 FM on a special program called Showbiz Agenda, I give you all the highlights. I know you might not have time to listen to all the 3-hour program, so what I do is I come down, call my team, and we say the people would want to hear this, they want to see this, we piece them together for you to enjoy. It is called the highlights of Showbiz Agenda. So today's episode is going to give you one of such, taken from Xylophone FM's Showbiz Agenda. All that you have to do is to sit, relax, enjoy, and still get the moment just as it was live on radio. I did this with my team led by Digital Rasta Currency, Richie Flex, Ya Lapiji, Nana Reagan, and Team Dodo Solomon, aka Chamo, and MC Berima as well. Now you have to relax, and anytime you want to know what is happening on Xylophone FM, this is what you have to do. Subscribe to this channel, Sammy Flex TV, get all the updates, and even if you're not able to listen to what we do on radio, you get a chance to watch it here on Sammy Flex TV later. Enjoy the moment, and you can always share your comments with us here on the show. Enjoy, and let's do more. We out. Kobe, let me read this story to you.
Yes.
And since you're on the mic, let me get your opinion briefly. And DJ Sticker also give me an audio. There is a story published. It was actually published yesterday. That is 23rd November 2020 on Ghana Web, but originally published by zionfelix.com or zionfelix.net. Kwaw Kesse has said that politicians and armed robbers are the same. Kwaw Kesse Abodam. He says politicians and armed robbers are the same. And a little bit of the story here reads: Ghanaian rapper Emmanuel Kofi Botry, well known as Kwaw Kesse, has stated that politicians and armed robbers are the same. In a video cited by zionfelix.net, Kwaw Kesse said the difference between politicians and armed robbers is very slim. He explained that while armed robbers use guns and ammunition, politicians use pen and paper to steal from the people. The outspoken rapper stressed that they are all robbing from the people, so they are the same. He therefore advised people to wise up and desist from killing themselves for these politicians. Kwaw Kesse added that politicians will send huge sums of money to their children outside the country to chill, while the youth are suffering and killing themselves for them, so they should wise up. In case you doubt Kwaw Kesse made this statement, just listen to this audio.
Politicians and armed robbers, they are all the same. The only difference we say, armed robbers, they use guns and ammunition. Politicians, they use pen and paper. But they are all robbing from the people. They are all the same. So don't go there, kill yourself for politicians. When they send 100,000 to Inkides for US, make them take chill. Massa, wise up.
Kobe, is this the truth or you see this as disrespect? Just this question. Do you think this is the truth or it is disrespect from Kwaw Kesse to politicians?
It's a fact.
It is a fact.
Yes. I don't think this is a disrespect, because we've had a lot of even major people, including himself, Kwaw Kesse, major big brands coming after politicians for, chopping money from
the state.
Now, I would want to say that it is not all of them, because genuinely we have some people over the years. Let me not even limit it to Ghana. Across Africa, there are a lot of leaders who have also come to also show power, who have also shown that regardless of the situation, we can move the country forward without not stealing from the people. So there are other positive leaders. And when we say politicians, we shouldn't limit it to the presidency. MPs, district assembly, politicians. So we have genuine people who are sacrificing. Because meaning politicians be who are commanding bribe cronje. On your best ya no ye.
Ebiwo.
And then I'm say ebia send your mutin ebia yetumpo eyomo fi bi omo no.
No mo mande o si bi nkoso.
Yes, inti ya sako me fi o. Inti dia Kwaw ka no eye, but yamfa akonya we so na yambo omo so eye adwuma no so abaso. Now in going forward, me who saw the way I'm quickly me research be online.
Good.
Now this is independent.co.uk. And this article was published September 3rd, 2014. And the headline is: criminals and corrupt politicians stole $1 trillion a year from the world's poorest countries.
Criminal and what politicians?
Criminals and corrupt politicians stole $1 trillion a year from the world's poorest countries. And the poorest countries, Mr. Ba,
they are rather stealing from the poor countries.
The poor countries. Sefem say developed countries. Moma nya ne manu bom wia nkrofo no. Ye moma ye bre no na impenifo no san wia ye so ka ho.
And do you know how they steal? They don't steal openly like that too. They come in the name of companies, they come in the name of organizations.
Yes.
So an organization can come, maybe KO Communications, and they will come and be doing things in the country. Instead of the state regulating their work, they allow them to cheat the people.
Exactly.
And out of that, they also make their money.
Yes.
There are so many going on even now.
Now, percentage. Oh, mekakra percentage. Yamfa we nka ha. Ebi no tumi cry tumi oko a registrar. Companies they are not legit. But they are forming company just to dupe the people. Now, oko enim kakra. Let me also read this.
Read.
Now, say, if the money was retained by the developing nations, it could help avert 3.6 million deaths a year between 2015 and 2025.
Wow.
The study concludes. Now, it will also mean that these countries would no longer need to rely on overseas aid from rich nations.
That's what Mujama scanning Nasi Krumuha.
Yes.
And nipa millions be uncle Umubeti.
Yes. 3.6 million.
3.6 million. Omujama scanned how much we are. Say nipa ne bit massive. Hey, Mr. Che, Aquatran de Abo. And nipa ye winning na corruption kahon.
Corruption kahon. Kose bia iska bia ose edeko ayi
hospital top bed esi ho no
ambulance en fen ko
omodi
enema kitin ni
na etu be ko hospital ye say bed ni
ho na enkofo eda form
because politician bi aye kana na masika no
scanner wo say ekọ ha no ekọ left na ekọ right
ajapa eda wase.
The report found again that $3.2 trillion of the world's $20 trillion of undeclared assets originated in developing countries. If the missing millions were taxed, it could bring in revenues of $19.5 billion a year. In sub-Saharan Africa alone, carbon corruption could educate on extra 10 million children a year.
Kovichi, why research? And just say, the Kwaw Kesse kano, we air femi, sa statement keke.
So yam person so omu wian ya.
Because kana bobo na trillion account.
Just say it's called omu wian.
Yes, kaketu.
We national politician onko wian 100 Ghana. Politician onko wian 100 Ghana.
Yes, sika generational money.
Yes.
Like
I bet you me aso Mr. Ban on mine kutu.
That's what I'm saying.
Any Kendra any Kayla. I bet you me aso mo nyina so.
Ama oda wada.
Me da they said your country bia obi eba a Facebook and the system is working 24/7.
Babia glass.
Ofa babia ba sitwom. 1 minute bia ba sitwom.
Aha corruption ni.
Corruption is kadienti. Okoda nso mana bola ka hwe. Bola ka etwom.
Recently I saw your video from the Hansonic Junction.
Yes.
Hey, Charlie, that's it.
Dansoma junction. Hosa.
Say your mind kakra. I say yeah.
Come on, so talk kakra besa.
Hey, but that road
road.
If I get there, I ask myself, so don't we have leaders? And I know most of them live in Dansoma.
Oh, as slow soon in Crawford.
And it's a major road, like highway. Kesse Accra highway.
After wager in so a train at Begu Quem and also Begu Hosa.
I did not plan to share this, but you know, one day, because I wanted to swerve that, you know, after our evening show, that is a Showbiz Daily, I dropped off my boys. After one of the shows, I dropped the last person was Richie Flex. After him, because of that particular situation, I decided to use the Aliu Mahama Road, Aliu Mahama to Blue Lagoon Road, and it was a little late after 11. Whilst there, I saw some 3 guys on a bike trailing me. So when I got to St. Anthony, those who know that area, they know what I'm talking about. When I got to St. Anthony, there is the junction to Buzia Junction, and there is the straight road to Sakaman. The boys came to overtake me, 3 on a bike. In fact, the moment they overtook me, something told me, my intuitions told me something is wrong with these guys, so be watchful. The moment they overtook me and they got to the St. Anthony Junction, they stopped. Thinking that I was going straight and maybe the bike would cross me or something. So the moment I also saw they stopped, I used the Buzia road. Now I look in my mirror, I see these boys also turning to chase me on the Buzia road. I had to go park at Trons as if I was going to the bar. So whilst at Trons, they slowed down and they left.
Because of Sar Road, no?
Yes. Because originally I would have used the main route, and main road no one will come and chase me.
I'm sure someone can a victim. Because in Kwaw to me a far different because they want to avoid that particular road.
That day, I knew those boys were after me. I knew because I have learned security tips. Yes. Oh yes, I've learned security tips. If I had gone straight, 3 of them, the one on the bike would just behave like he is moving.
Now I'm out him.
Yes, I was alone. The one on the bike would just behave like he is moving. If you are in a car and you see a bike moving, you will surely slow down for him. As you slow down, the 2 will come. If it is knife or gun, they will show you. I was using a DV plate because of that road, though. Because originally I wouldn't have used that if the road was okay. So Kesse's statement, like you say, maybe he can only polish it to say some politicians.
No correct, and I can because and also can be say Sasikano almost answer the senior mumba ewa bruchere. Na sa news be am say obi eco fix a party flag was said and a light action was wrong. Now politician Ben a best man say Kosakama Junction fix a flag.
Well, they've denied it though. I think yesterday I was listening to Statecraft and there was an NPP member here who said no, the guy was not going to fix NPP flag. He's telling us he's ECG person or like something funny like that.
Independent candidate.
Yeah, I was listening to this same show on this platform.
Anna almost so and saying
wrapping up, Mr. Che.
Accident. You see, Ayana, if they really want to prove us wrong, say they really care for us. Omuko campaign trips na omu for omumbani busan force endi omochi. What I say? Say bia na Kufuado okoye campaign na ne mbani busan ni uncles ni omu nyina di nachi. No mu nyina supporto. MPB asalman be okoye party way rally. Na ne wife na ne mbadi nachi. But ebe hu oma da ye so omu ino. And you bring so much suit. No more budget fans in no more. But more brave street no. So the narrative is that instead of them to come to serve us, and we are rather serving them. Omune sen kombo komu nipedia. Eje jumade mayen and for the generation because you are getting paid your tax money and your choka. Into your idea, what you have to say, oh, best serve your mind, but oh, best serve your mind. Let me, mama, me, my to about say, come and serve me, and work for me to live better as how you're also living better, no? Then the narrative will change. Now, but me bread. Now you're only enjoying. But gradually, I think the narrative is changing.
I think Kesse said something that everyone should wise up and not kill themselves for any politician. I'm sure that should be the final
Just advice. Go vote.
Be smart.
Thank you. The future is bright for all of us.
Thank you. Take over. Kwaw. Or say politicians and armed robbers are the same.
I don't think it's wrong, and I don't think we should even get close to saying he's disrespected because I had funny say papa yeti wo fie nti wanyi na fe ono so anya experience bi no no so the can mean Jindi say or you're wrong and far from the truth. I think he's right. No kribia ye nyina yenka. You know, I don't see anything wrong with what he said though.
Okay, intense disrespect.
I don't think it's disrespect. He's mature now and actually living life. And
for the past month, I don't know, Kesse has been on Politicians Pound. I don't know if you guys are monitoring.
Yeah, I do see a couple of things he's talking about, and I think he's not far from
The truth,
because near oil no and any level now okitano okasa manfotie. So if he's going to use the platform, to really talk like this, then I think he's also building a level for himself. He's not going to regret he was just an artist, but somebody who also spoke.
Thank you, Yalgre. Tilly Akuya Nipa, let me get your opinion on this. According to a statement from Kwaw Kesse, he is saying politicians and armed robbers, they are the same.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
To all the lifters, somebody tried lifting me this morning.
Pacorich. His stomach is big, so no problem.
Yes.
And he is a sakramudu.
Yeah, so I think there's this thing in simile and metaphor. Simile is Mr. Ba is like.
Yes.
Mr. Ba talks as.
Mr. Ba is like Akufo-Addo.
Akufo-Addo, simile.
Mr.
Ba is Akufo-Addo, metaphor.
Good. English 101.
Yeah. Politicians and armed robbers are the same. It's like saying politicians are armed robbers.
That's what he's saying.
That is metaphor. Politicians are like armed robbers, simile. And I think this situation tilts towards simile more than metaphor. Yeah, it tilts towards simile more than metaphor. They are like them. They borrow some resemblance to them. Like certain actions that they do, borrow something like the armed robber. Mind you, these people, they don't pull guns on you to collect your money like the armed robbers will do. However, the armed robber will see you and collect like your 50 Ghana on you. The politicians will take the whole nation's money away. That is another difference. That is one person.
So the armed robbers will take something small from you.
Your money on your about fear. They will fear no idea. But we know on one about fear. Did the whole nation's money acco? Where this person charges high quantity, this person takes probably low quantity. Now the armed robbers, because they are armed, there's high risk. You can die instantly. This true. Other person, the other person, the politician, you will die by a gradual. And a connected death. Kona. Send your cast a road in Tinka. Obi to a politician be near cool, but I get direct.
And no one would know I use that route because of the road.
So we're cool there, but a indirect. And the sad part is that, for one, we have the option for change, but we don't change them. One, we have option, which is the politicians. We have option as people to change them, have a say.
So Tilly, imagine that on 7th December, you want to change. Change to who?
Exactly. Now that is where the main problem is. The point is that Ghana for no see feel say me kotuma first who is the next one CPP after MPP and this CPP or feel say me kotuma CPP no must send me votes and me then cry either MPP and DC will win to must send me votes.
But how about the person who is also thinking that the CPP guy is still the same as the NPP or the NDC guy when they get power?
We haven't tried that CPP person. At least we know for media, me time, me era, me I know of NPP and NDC, and I know all of them. They are short. The two of them, they are shortcomings. So if really we are calling for change, why don't we try the next person we have? At least 4 years to be on better try na share. But saying you know you can say me oh me send me vote into my NDC, me send me vote into my MPP. At least if we get 55% of the nation spoiling their votes for CPP, we'll get a new president. You they say vote, you know.
In your mind,
what in your mind? We're so quite send. We'll get that. Be the
send
only way.
CPP.
Yes, CPP. That will be the only way we'll get that change we are looking for.
So you have confidence in CPP more?
Oh no,
because of the change you are looking for.
Yes, because of the change. At least it will be fresh air on us. We know that we gave somebody the chance to try something new, but we can't do that when we keep going for the two. This one is like buy one or two here or there. It is not. This is not democracy. It is here or there. It's 1 people in NDC. Now you can't even have an argument to somebody who has acclaimed someone like Jebrel. Then your conversation as long as on Waba also NDC, it means whether you are talking for CPP, you're talking for GUM. It's an automatic that we are MPP because you are talking against an NDC. It doesn't make sense. Do you get it? So if we want change, I would say we vote for another person. We vote for one person. At the end of the day, 50 point something. No, you send for that person. I'll be a president. And I'm just saying that we have the option to change these people that steal big money. We have the chance, but we don't change them. But the ones that are doing things that are detrimental and drastic to our lives, and we have the change, we have the power to do cause change, and we are not changing. Whom are we to blame? We are who never blame me. And to the one Jane they say MPP and this one pair. Who the okwa bra? Cause say vote my CPP. Mess me kwa mess another person. Yes, says one person now. As time goes on, there will be change. And no pen of a meka.
Wow, thank you, Tilly Okweni. Yes, Kobe, you want to add something?
Say a politician be at the best in trim say only fear na say lights say ya sending or you quick to change it. Bibi say only fear sa on be pray no to me de. It's a sign only fear because if you say it can affect or it can cause some
damage,
damage only fear, and then a man, almost I didn't show me to him. They should see the bigger picture. Say, a quiet day, say, I'm fixia, a bit to me, Kunipa be brave. Into politician, who your politician out here, send a BB say, oh, fear. Utunya that I'm prepared this son no. BB so I say, oh, constituency and our district, and I say, area out now, fix it.
Great contribution from my people. Tilly Akwianipa, she is from One Play Africa. Kobiche is from Kobiche News Live, chief blogger, and of course, Yao Gray is also your favorite artist.